Name?
Oh, here it is, 6:35.
How y'all doing?
Hello. Dr. Fuentes?
Yes.
Yeah, we met with Dr. Williams and he said we could come and visit you.
Right. I guess you are Tasha, Laura, Chris, and Edward.
Wow, you know all our names.
This is a very good timing. I just finished with one of my classes, and I always like to help children to learn, particularly about cardiovascular disease. What do you know about cardiovascular disease?
We met with Dr. Williams and we already know that cardiovascular disease has to do with the heart and blood vessels.
And we also know that the cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of death in the United States.
Very good and right. And I will teach you some more about what is cardiovascular disease and way to prevent and treat the disease as well.
Okay, that'd be great.
So let's go. We are going to talk today about cardiovascular diseases. And one of the things that you probably should be aware is where is the heart and what is the size of your heart. And the first thing you need to know, your heart is the size of your fist. You get your fist, grab your fist please, and put in the middle of the chest and then a little bit toward the left side. That's approximately the size of your heart and where your heart is located. And from the heart, you are going to have the entire system, which is the cardiovascular system. The heart is going to have great vessel around the heart, which is going to distribute the blood through the entire body. We are going to talk more specifically about cardiovascular diseases, and not only just the heart per se, but about some other specific things that are related to the cardiovascular system. And here is the cardiovascular system, as you can appreciate, that they have, which is a term used to understand the diseases and the anatomy of the vascular system as well as the heart. According to the CDC, cardiovascular disease is the #1 cause of mortality in the country. And then you can see in this particular slide, you can have different types of injuries in the country, respiratory diseases as #4 cause, the #3 cause is stroke, the #2 cause is cancer, and the #1 cause of death in men and women, as well as in all racial and ethnic groups, is cardiovascular disease. Cardiovascular disease affects the heart by narrowing the arteries and reducing the blood flow to the heart. There are different types of illnesses that they can affect the blood vessel. One is hypertension, second one is atherosclerosis, third one is heart attack, stroke, as well as congestive heart failure. Let's review each one of them separately. High blood pressure. High blood pressure is a condition that occurs when the pressure against the blood vessel wall is consistently above normal. Hardening of the arteries occurs when the arteries leading to heart disease lose their elasticity, as you can see here in this particular graphic. And then there is a deposit of fat around the wall of the arteries. Sometimes these diseases may lead to a heart attack, which occurs when a clot blocks the arteries of the heart. A stroke is also a brain attack. It occurs when a blood vessel that supplies blood to the brain gets completely occluded. If that happens to you, you may have different manifestations, which may cause injury to the rest of the body. The result of the injury to the brain are loss of body movement, weakness and numbness in part of the body, a speech and vision problem, and sometimes a confused status by that particular person. The effect of cardiovascular disease is related to the narrowing of the arteries in the heart, and that can cause significant blockage. There are other problems that we need to be aware of, such as hypertension, atherosclerosis, heart attack, strokes, and congestive heart failure. Yes?
What is hypertension?
Hypertension is another name for elevated high blood pressure. And as you can see, the definition is the pressure of the blood inside the wall of the arteries. And this pressure caused inside the wall of the arteries can be sometimes very high and may lead to a strokes, and sometimes associated with other factors may lead to a heart attack.
How do you get a heart attack? What happens to your heart when you have a heart attack?
What happens to a heart attack? Usually there is a clot, thrombus formation inside of one of the arteries, which supply the wall of the muscle of the heart, and this muscle get damaged and injured, And sometimes, if this artery is not reopened, then there will be a permanent death of the muscle in the area supplied by this particular artery in the heart. This may lead to other things, like what we talked before about congestive heart failure, where the heart is not pumping enough blood to the body to get all the oxygen demand that is necessary to have to carry on your regular activity. You are more likely to develop cardiovascular disease. You have a family history of heart problems. You smoke. You don't exercise. And clearly, if you have poor eating habits.
Dr. Fuentes, what does this do?
Well, this is a simulator for heart sound. As you know, the hearts have different sounds, the first and the second heart sound. Sometimes people with pathology or with abnormalities in the valves or hole in the heart, they may have different sounds. And they sound something like that. This is a patient with a leakage in the mitral valve. It's called mitral regurgitation. In this particular case, is a patient with a narrowing in one of the valves, the aortic valve. And finally, I want for you all to hear another sound. This again is a leakage in the same aortic valve. This is the type of sounds that the patient have when they have these abnormalities. And we can recognize those things just listening very well to the heart sound. Not only the usual boop, doop, boop, doop that usually all you will have, but also when someone has pathology, when it has some abnormalities in the heart muscle, you may hear this abnormal heart sound. By now, I hope that everybody has a good understanding of cardiovascular disease.
Oh yes, we do.
I think my picture is on. Let me check. Well, kids, I have to run. I have an emergency. But be sure tomorrow to come back because we are going to discuss prevention and treatment of cardiovascular disease.
That'd be wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Fuentes.
Bye.